welcome back. So today's video is a review and demo of the Huda Beauty Mauve Obsessions palette, which looks like that. It's got a mirror up top and 9 eyeshadows in this palette, and that's what the outer packaging looks like. It's got a magnetic closure. It's quite a strong magnet, seals shut, and it comes in protected in this plastic sleeve. It's a really small size. It's the size of my palm. I don't have big hands. Really dinky, but absolutely great for travel. And yeah, I actually really do like the size of this palette. I don't have the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk or the Rose Gold palette. I have this Mini Obsessions palette and the Warm Brown Obsessions palette. But I really wanted to use this in a tutorial. I absolutely love the way my makeup's turned out today. There have been mixed reviews about this. So on the whole, most people love this palette, but when they compare it to the larger palettes, they find that the formula is not the same, and these are not as pigmented. I don't have the other two, so this is actually a completely independent review of just this palette. So you can see I've got one eye done. I actually thought I was recording this, but again, I don't know what luck I'm having with my camera, but so I'm just going to start over this. I've had to take it off. I'm going to start over. So I'm just starting out with the Maybelline 24-Hour Color Tattoo in the shade Creme de Nude. And then I'm just going to do what I've done on the other side. I love this palette. I find the shades to be super pigmented. They blend out really easily. The matte shades are stunning, which I tend to judge a palette by the matte eyeshadows because those are the most difficult to formulate. And these are really, really pigmented. They blend out really easily. There's really minimal kickback in the palette itself, and I had zero fallout on my face. And I'd done my makeup before I did the eye makeup. With the shimmer eyeshadows, I used this, that one in the corner there, for the center part of my lid to create this halo look. And it didn't really apply well with the brush. Now, from what I understand, the shimmer eyeshadows that she's formulated are best applied with your finger. So when I did use my finger, this is the effect I got, and I loved it. I'm one that I genuinely don't like using my fingers when it comes to placing eyeshadows. I find that I just can't get a precise application, but I knew that before I bought the palette, so I'm not going to slate it on that, because I knew that's what it was going to be when I bought this palette. But with the finger it does apply beautifully. For this makeup look, I've used pretty much all the eyeshadows except for these two shimmer shades, that one and that one. I have tried those out just on my eyes and swatched them just to test out the formula, and they do apply best with my fingers, but they apply well with the fingers. They're pigmented and they're really long lasting. For any eyeshadow look that I do tend to use a primer or a base, and I always use the Maybelline 24-Hour Color Tattoo in the shade Creme de Nude, or the MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. I find that they're pretty much the same thing. I don't set it with powder, I just go straight in with the eyeshadow. And given that it's a tacky base underneath, you would expect the eyeshadows to stick and not blend out. But actually, these did such a great job. I didn't need to powder it at all, and they applied beautifully. They blended it really well. They didn't stick to where my brush hit my eye the first time. It just blended straight through, and it was really, really pigmented. So, like, I really don't have anything bad to say about this palette. For those of you that don't want to spend the 56-60 quid for the larger palettes and you want to try smaller palettes, I really recommend these. I think the quality is just fantastic. With the matte shades blending out so easily, and they're really pigmented. With eyeshadows this color, I tend to find that I need a black, because I find that they don't suit me otherwise. But this color is so pigmented, and actually even the top shade here, I mean, they're so deep and pigmented that I don't need a black, and it's applied beautifully, and it looks, I love the way this looks. I'm not missing the black at all, which says something for me. These eyeshadows are so pigmented, and they are buildable as well, so you can really build up on the intensity of these eyeshadows. And they blend out well. I mean, I don't know what else you could ask for with eyeshadows. And the great thing about these is they last a really, really long time. Even the shimmer shades, on me they do transfer because I do have hooded eyes, so the shimmer will transfer up top here, but it doesn't fade that part. Even though it transfers up, it still stays intense through the day. I've worn this palette with the shimmer shades, and actually the warm brown Obsessions palette as well with the gold shade, which has only got one shimmer shade in there. I've actually had it on for a good 10 to 12 hours with minimal fading of the eyeshadows, which is amazing, really amazing for me. 100% recommend this. I mean, I know this is a really short video because I don't have anything bad to say about this palette. Love the size of it, love the fact that it's got a decent sized mirror. Quality of the eyeshadows are fantastic. Yes, you do have to use your fingers to get the best intensity of the shimmer shades, but this is what you kind of expect with Huda Beauty palettes, and I guess it's fine. I mean, I would prefer if a brush worked, but it's fine, it doesn't, and things do work, so it still gives you the intensity of the eyeshadow, and it's still long wearing. 100% recommend these. These I think are £25 each, and I bought mine from Cult Beauty, and I highly recommend them. I think I definitely want to get the Smoky Obsessions palette. I don't really want the electric palette because it's not eyeshadows that I would use, and I do have the Urban Decay electric palette as my palette for those pops of colour, but I think I will get the Smoky Obsessions palette because, yeah, I'm really impressed with these eyeshadows. Like, I can't say it enough. I actually feel like these are better than the Natasha Denona palettes that I have, and those were bloody expensive. One palette with 5 eyeshadows was £40. So yeah, I would 100% recommend these palettes. Give them a go if you're thinking about buying a Huda Beauty and you don't want to fork out the massive 56 quid for the larger palettes. Give these a go. You won't regret it. I think they're phenomenal. Definitely worth the buy. But thank you so much for watching. Please let me know what you think in the comments below. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you all next time. Thank you for watching. Bye.